Welcome back to Ryam. Everyone's turning their... Oh. I see why all their cameras are off now. I have a bunch of people in cosplay.
Including Rob in a skirt.
Including Rob in a skirt, yeah.
Doing a delightful jig.
I did a magical girl spin.
You did. I was wondering why everyone's cameras were off, and I thought, oh, because we'd have that problem last night, actually, in one of my other games. So, before me, for the sake of the audience, we have a number of characters. Kiki is here, it seems.
Okay.
Robert is dressed as a bard. I forget the bard's name.
No, I'm Nikki.
Oh, you're Nikki.
I'm
Oh,
wearing a
Not wearing
skirt, you
pants.
goofball.
right. This makes sense because we now have Allie as well
There you go.
as Tessa is here, although Tessa's much smaller and in person than she is in character.
Listen, I have to work with what I've got. I'm not 5'5" and swole.
Hey,
You
but
can angle the camera from underneath them.
Yeah.
And special guest appearance by Bosco in the background.
well, there he is.
He's over it. He just wants to go back to sleep.
Yeah. But thank you for coming, gang. I appreciate that everyone's all dressed up and looks really great. I was very surprised. Alright, well, welcome back to Ryam, everyone, for our sort of finale for this campaign. And as is our tradition, we're going to start off by everyone introducing themselves. And the question tonight, folks, is, again, try to being a little... What's the word I'm looking for? A little reflective, right? Because all games end, but now your characters will join, for some of you, a pantheon of other characters. So, gaffers, introduce yourselves. And tonight's question is, if you, the player, and any of your past characters threw an end-of-campaign party for your current character, what would that look like?
I suppose I can start. Hello, I'm Rob. I play Nikki, the human wizard, who doesn't wear pants, and so today neither do I. I do have a blanket on my legs because I live in Wisconsin and it's cold. So when I was thinking about parties for Nikki, my first thought was obviously like a messy college party. Like, she's not a high class party kind of gal. And then I immediately thought of one particular party that I actually threw in college, which was during the height of the Pokemon Go craze. I threw a Pokemon Go themed party. We had 3 signature cocktails, one for each color team. They glowed in the dark. It was super cool. You could vote for which team was the coolest by drinking their drinks. There was no prizes, you just got drinks.
Well, the drinks are the prizes.
The drinks are the prize. It's true. So something like that, like a very colorful, maybe even tiki themed, but kind of rowdy college party vibe, with magically glowing drinks. I'd probably get Phil to make them Phil, is that the right? Yes, good, okay. Mild prank beverages, like this one makes your voice high for 10 minutes, and that kind of. This one makes you fart sparkles. I don't know. That seems on brand. Just get all of her friends together, all of the past characters and stuff. Just a big cozy, rowdy college party.
I can go next. I'm Deb. I play Tessa, the Tiefling Paladin, and no surprises here. I do what she wants, which is pretty much just have a big party at the temple with all of her friends. And I think my past character Neri would provide all of the baked goods and the food, which there would just be a ton of. So there would be fun party games. Everybody would be having a good time, and she just wants to spend it with her good friends and her family.
I'll go next. My name is Randall, and I play Kiki, the Kinku Tinkerer. And I think if my other main characters got together for her. So first of all, Mudra, who's a Minotaur Paladin Bard who expresses her creativity through food, would be slightly horrified that Kiki doesn't care a lot about eating. So she'd be a little deflated at first, but she would go with it, and she would create little like mini snack things around like lots of like hors d'oeuvres and little like nibbly things and granola and seeds and stuff that Kiki eats. So she would just kind of roll with it and just have lots and lots of little bits and varieties, right? But if Satara got involved, my half-elf, very queer bard, it would be one word, pyrotechnics, right? Like she just knows that Kiki's all about that. So it would be like she would do on a stage show with lots of booms and things whizzing off and lots of loud snaps and any gizmo, any magical little shiny thing bursting and stuff like that would be part of it. Oh, I also think Mudra would do things like she would have foods that like chocolate bombs, right? Because Kiki and her explosives, and like pop rocks and things that like go crunch and crinkle and like make sound and stuff like that. So that'd probably be the themes.
I'm Kate. I play Allie, our half tiefling, half Katoon monk. I have a fabulous ombre white and blue wig on that I'm really sad that none of you can see. It almost goes into my shirt because of how perfect the blue is.
It looks so different. I mean, really
very odd, with bangs and without red hair.
Yeah, that's what threw me the most because I saw you first,
Bangs.
and like I understood I understood Tessa, and then I got Kiki, but I looked at you and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I was so confused.
Yep. I made Deb proud. I got my own tiefling horn finally. Alright, so amusingly, a lot of my past characters are kind of introverts and wouldn't necessarily be like the type to throw a huge party. However, at least one of them is Allie's aunt. And would therefore happily they'd probably throw Ellie like a board game party, like a whole bunch of friends hanging out, good snacks, good drinks, and by good snacks I mean like orange snacks. I mean like your Cheetos and your cheese puff and like things that are terrible for you but taste delicious. Everybody hanging out playing like Sentinels of the Multiverse or something, staying up until way too late. Probably some karaoke involved. That would be the party that Allie would get.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we get to it then? Because last week, Gaffers, you had you fucked up a goddess pretty hard.
Yeah, damn right.
You certainly did. And the Mistress of Shadow Legion, Nina, has told you they know where this druid is, and you were told to go rest up, kind of get your shit together, and they'll take you to where he is. So in tradition of all video games, do you wish to save?
We're at the spawn point. Do we get like a bunch of healing potions and weapons and dramatic music?
We've always had dramatic music.
Do we get more?
Yeah.
More.
So now is your last chance to do anything before the final confrontation.
Finish up the side quest, lads.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's
I don't
get
know if
at
we
it.
have any outstanding side quests. I mean, Pam's a human now, so we have no more magic hammer to deal with, which is unfortunate. But probably won't need it.
Do it.
Okay.
Is Pam like recuperating? Like, how was she after the hammer?
Oh, you got Pam back to the temple, and she has been in a kind of like coma. Like, she's okay, she's breathing, but she is just in this slumber as her body is trying to reorient to being, a flesh and blood person, not hammer.
Yeah, I figured she'd need to rest up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's done a lot. She's done us a proud.
Definitely. Yeah, nothing major. Kiki will just like fuel up the big gruff. She'll check all her tools and everything twice. She might suggest, if we're worried about the geckos, that we plant false information about like, we really don't want that.
Subterfuge.
Like, oh, yeah. There's this mission over here. We're gonna
Well, it depends on where the mission is, because there might be like a perimeter to set up and trap, and as we know, they're pretty good at that.
I mean, if we need to divert them, then having them basically be in charge of protecting Pam. Like, it's not unreasonable to say, like, there's a possibility that, you know, Sigretti, angered at, you know, what Pam did, is gonna send people after her. Like, we could absolutely tell them that, and it wouldn't even be like, you know, we don't want you here, we're giving you this useless side quest to do. It's a genuine concern.
Mm-hmm. So in a weird twist of fate, they do rally up and they're guarding Pam. And you see that some of them have brought in what they believe to be magical wards, although some of them are quite more effective than the others. Like, Phil has made some like potions that are just sort of steaming there. Tic Tac and Toe have brought what is functionally like old ketchup packets that they are trying to add to this, as in like their version of it. And Phil's like, yeah, all right, and just put it there with the bubbling cauldron. Yeah, we'll make it work. And they're like, yeah,
Things worse.
yeah, we did good.
Love it.
You did good.
They did good.
They did good. Extra treats.
Yeah, but Dawn arrives as the Mistress of Shadow Legion comes for you.
Dawn of the final day.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just want this to be over.
Something will come from this then. And she asks you all to link hands.
Friendship. We absolutely do.
Okay. You do, and the world goes dark. And it comes back up in alley what you would be familiar with as the Feywilds. A very distant part of the Spring Court, more likely, probably based on the temperature. And now I will take you to the final map.
Ye old fairy bullshit.
So, what you see is lots of the remainder of the Druid's forces moving around, most of which of these folks are Fae from various courts. He sits astride a small slope of 3 tiers, basically this hilltop that he is perched up on. And there is a running river or stream coming down the middle, cascading down. So you're on the bottom. There are 3 levels going up. Every level up is roughly about 15 feet of space.
Okay.
And he sits atop of that. Now, you currently think that Nina has you cloaked. So you're not technically on the board yet.
And these green things are enemies?
They are baddies.
Okay.
There are also, look like Fey hunters in red cloaks that are have very long bows.
A little difficult to see with the trees in the background.
Okay. I'm going to...
Please.
All right, y'all. So sorry for that pause. Initiative is rolled. Things are marked. And the battle has begun. So first up is the Druid himself. You are...
Oh, I thought we were invisible. No?
You're cloaked right now, but he's going to see if he can find you. I need everyone to make a stealth check, please.
Okay. Kiki is going to cast greater invisibility on herself.
Mm-hmm.
You see her touch a patch on her robe, and she goes bye-bye. So does that mean she has advantage on the stealth check?
Yeah, you're gone, so you're going to have advantage on this?
Yeah.
Because you still make noise and such.
Correct.
Nikki crit for a total of 31.
Nice.
Allie, on the other hand,
Oh, did not
rolled
crit for a
10
total of 32.
for a total of 32. Jesus Christ.
I rolled a 17.
So you all begin to approach, but he spots Tessa.
Of course he does.
And there is a moment, Tessa, where you see him hold a hand up towards you, and he lets out a massive shock of necromantic energy.
Okay.
It flies towards you. I need you to make a con saving throw, please.
Is he
Alright.
is he casting a spell?
No, not technically.
Okay.
I'm going to use a point of inspiration on that.
Probably a good idea.
Oh. I'll just waste that. Alright, I guess it's a 14.
So you remember the monk? Allie probably remembers this.
Vaguely.
Ah.
So this basically empowered Snap of Death, the monk did, hits you, but Thrax pulls it to himself using the magic,
shit.
and you see him drop.
Oof.
Oh, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he just, like, stunned, or...
He is not moving currently.
Okay,
Kiki.
that's not good.
I actually might be able to do something about it. I need to check my PHP.
Okay, so Kiki is
You are
a little bit
invisible.
like-
He can't see you.
Right. So Kiki's going to say she's going to try and deal with one of the groups of people to kind of put them off their game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So she flies up in the air. So she'll be about, I don't know, about like 20 feet out.
Mm-hmm.
Or 20 feet up. And she'll fly. Let me make sure I did that distance right. She doesn't have to get super close, actually.
No,
Okay,
you're
so-
throwing a bomb or whatever,
Yeah, like she's a. So. Actually, a little bit more. Okay. So she is going to cast a bomb here at these dudes.
At one of the first groups you run into, yep.
Yeah, and it's got a 10-foot radius, so she's going to throw it right in the middle.
Okay.
And they have to do a dex save. First, they have to do a dex save, and then wait.
They all miss.
Okay, great. So they will take this full fire damage, which is 51, and then this well, like two. I mean, it's a 10-foot radius, so it's not the whole group, but the bomb releases the spell Stinking Cloud.
It is the whole group, Kiki.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. If you center it on the middle one, everything else is within a 10-foot radius.
Okay. All right. So then, in addition to the fire damage, Stinking Cloud will go out. So they have to, at the start of their turn, make a Constitution saving throw against.
Well, they
poison.
don't because they're all
Oh.
dead.
Oh, sorry, they're dead. Oh, well,
Yeah.
great. All right, that's super. Okay, so for her second. Sorry, I should have paid attention to that. I was all like, I'm revved up. I'm ready to go.
Mm.
And then, what's the deal with the red cloak person? Like, what can she sort of see about them?
So looking at them, Kiki, they look to be very. They look like Thrax-esque rangers, and they have bows, and they saw the kaboom, and they're now searching for what the fuck threw it. They don't see you, but they're definitely like, the bows are now up, because combat's been initiated clearly, as 6 of their friends just died.
Okay, then she's gonna keep it simple, and then she's gonna do a second bomb at this other group.
At another
off to
group.
this next group.
Yep.
Same deal. Dex save.
Nope. None of them.
They only take 40 damage.
They're all dead.
Yes. Kiki sort of chirps through the through the bracelet, like Slapjack bracelet. She's a little bit like, "Brr. Who's next?"
Tessa is next.
Yes.
For her bonus action, she's going to frock her haste, but she sees what happens to Thrax, and she just immediately turns around to him and tries to figure out what the hell just happened to him. So, is it like a curse or a disease, or what the hell happened?
No, the druid saw you, dumped a whole lot of necromantic energy at you that probably would have done you a pretty significant harm, and Thrax just pulled it to himself due to that bond you have, and he just went down.
So is he like
he is in
death
saving throws, yes.
Oh, well then I'm going to use my action to dump like a bunch of healing points into him from Lay on Hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give him 60.
Okay, he's back up. He's no longer in throws. He's back at 60.
Okay.
And you see him cough up just like black ichor from his mouth.
So I want him to just take a moment to make sure that he is okay.
Oh no, he's not okay. But
I mean, like,
he's
Tessa's
not
really
actively
angry.
dying. Yeah.
She's going to come back to that a little bit later, but she's going to take her movement,
Mhm.
and she's going to go right up here. He's just gonna fly
Right for him.
straight there.
Yeah.
Like, you just fucked with the wrong person.
Okay. So you use all of your movement and shit, hasted, double move, yeah. And you just zoom up to him, just berserking straight in.
I mean, my flight speed's 120, so I can get to him.
Yeah, so
anyway.
even with the levels going up,
Yep.
you get right to him. That's lay, move.
Yep, and haste is a bonus action.
Right, so... But lay on hands is just a thing you can do. Yeah, I think you have an action still.
Lay on hands is an action.
Oh, never mind.
I got
love
action,
paladins,
bonus
I should
action.
know that. Yep.
Yep.
Green are up. There's a group near the druid that begins to swarm Tessa.
Bring it.
Okay, so Tessa, you're going to take some attacks. Two criticals.
Ah!
Those miss.
What's the
7.
total?
No, the total is 35.
Oh, well, then yeah.
No, they're
It's
gonna
hit.
hit you. The lesser attacks are a 30. Sorry, no, I said that wrong. A 25
Nope.
and a 27.
27 hits.
Okay. I need lots of dice. Many dice. So 10, 24. A total from everything of 30 damage.
Which is 25 damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
Other groups, ready actions. Allie.
Okay. So, I've realized that the most efficient use of Allie's action surge is actually during her setup phase, because there's a whole bunch of things she needs to do to set up to actually be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, first action, summon Shard Plate, which gives her her armor. Bonus action, summon her Shard Blade, which gives her glaive with her reach. Action surge. Oh, sorry, no, movement first, then I will action surge. So, I have measured. If I run on a diagonal, thereby avoiding being in range of anybody, and therefore not taking any opportunity attacks, it is exactly 100 feet to this random square over here, which is great.
You also need to account for going up 15 feet every level. You have 3 levels of going up.
Yeah, Scoop, my movement speed is 140.
That's
That's
not
5
enough.
feet short.
Yep.
Alright, then here, I will go to...
So go 95 feet away.
Yeah,
I will
95
go
feet.
to one away from the top tier, which
Okay.
I can do, in my first movement speed. Then I will action surge.
Okay.
Then I will move-
Yeah, that'll also do it.
And I will move straight up, staying 10 feet away from anybody else, and move into a position that is, behind the druid.
I need you to make 3 strength checks, please. Because you're moving through the water. And perhaps there's a reason that no one is set up in the water.
a mirror or a portal, or is that a thing?
That looks like a mirror.
Okay.
She's running so fast, she's running on the water.
Oh, yeah.
There's surely no bullshit in the mirror.
So,
I'll let you run
I
on the
think-
water, but you're going to need to make me some strength checks there, love.
I could actually jump the water and just run up the other side.
Make me an
Except when I get to him.
That's going to be a long jump. Make me an athletics check.
Well, your jump is equal to strength times... No,
Just strength score.
just
Just
strength
strength
score. Cannot jump. Can I jump the distance? I say you must toss me. Alright,
No one to toss you.
new pathing. Go up the outside and cross that plank. That thing. If I go up the right side of the screen, there is not water, and I'm not within 10 feet of anybody.
Okay. Then you can do that.
Or like far edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
With the action surge, yeah, that should be fine.
Yep, and end up there.
Okay. That's everything.
And no, that's not. That was only my
Right.
movement. I action searched. So my first round, summon action, summon bonus action, movement.
Mm-hmm.
Second, action surge. Then movement. So I also have action and bonus action.
Yep.
Bonus action. I'm gonna summon my little fire fox.
Mm-hmm.
A little fire fox is gonna draw me a nice little shape right around these guys. Like, oh, maybe not somewhere where there's. Let's draw a line instead, perhaps. There we go. A nice little line behind everybody. So that
So
they all.
when the Firefox touches the water,
Mhm.
it extinguishes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I
I
will
don't-
remove that.
I don't want to be the annoying rules lawyer, so Scoot, feel free to say no. It does that.
Mm-hmm.
But Raw, I think Action Surge just gives you a capital A action, not another turn.
Another action.
Mm. Yeah, Action Surge doesn't
You're
give you a
correct.
turn. It gives you
You
an
just get a
action.
capital A action, not
Yeah.
an extra bonus action plus extra
Right.
move.
It just gets me to here then.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
'cause
use
you have
the
to
movement
use
as
your
my action.
surged action to dash.
Okay. In that case, I am not going to use my bonus action to summon the shard blade yet. I'm just going to settle into defensive tunnel fighter stance with my dagger.
Okay.
Thank you for the rules layering.
Nikki.
Hey, all right, I'm gonna go for a long shot here, but it would be sick if it worked.
Well, that's what I like to hear.
I'm gonna give the druid some finger guns,
Hey.
and drawing on my other character a little bit weirdly, I cast one of my new level up spells for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Feeble Mind.
Ooh,
Ooh,
spell.
good.
that's such a good spell.
Ooh.
So he just straight up takes 46 psychic damage. There's
Roll
nothing
that,
you can
yeah.
do about that.
Sorry, how much does he take?
He
40.
takes a whopping 7 psychic damage.
Ow. I ate my
Oh, I
Dairy
think
Queen too
40.
fast.
Yeah.
47. I thought he took 47 right off the bat. I was like, oh wow.
God, I wish.
I'm excited about that.
But then I need a DC 22 intelligence saving throw.
He will be spending a legendary resistance to save against this.
Honestly, I'm
Earned
completely
legendary
okay with
resistance?
that.
No.
Yeah,
That's a good
All right,
use
that's
of a
fair.
legendary save.
that is the right thing to use it on, frankly.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my action.
Because man, that would be bad.
Yeah. Int 1 is not really what your
No.
evil mastermind wants to have.
No.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit here.
Ha! Fuck, running.
Look, it was one of those things where, like, if it works, the fight's pretty much over. So, like, it's worth
No, it's a
you're
good.
trying.
It's a
Yeah.
good Hail Mary. It's a good thing to try. It's like a whole person. You might as well shoot it.
Mhm.
Anything else, Nikki?
Your
Nah,
shot.
I got shit for bonus actions, so I'll
Okay.
just, I don't know, say hi to Kiki, I guess.
Thrax gets up. Not being very thrilled, he's going to take 2 shots at one of the archers. He misses wildly at both shots. He's still pretty janky from basically being dead and pulled back. Red cloaks
Fair.
are up. They can't see Kiki, but they definitely see Nikki.
Yeah, they sure do.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts coming at you. Oh boy. Nikki.
Which one of them looks... actually, let me back up. How many of them are shooting me?
5.
5. My spell levels don't go that high.
Okay.
The
What kind of
first 2 here,
Mhm.
who are
Closest to you.
closest to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop a temporal shunt as a reaction at 6th level to target both of them.
Okay.
So I need wisdom saving throws from the both of them.
I'll take the 2 things that actually clearly missed you. Wisdom?
I don't know which roll went to which one. Wisdom, yeah.
10
DC 22.
and a 20. So both
Wait, no,
miss.
sorry. DC 23.
Neither of them make it.
Okay. They are both unmoored in time for a turn, so they're just gone.
They're gone.
They'll be back
Unmoored, I
at
like
the
that.
start of their next turn.
Okay, so only one actually hits you, because you made
Okay.
those people blink.
Yeah.
7 damage And I need a con save for you, Nikki.
Alright, one moment. On save. I'm pretty good at those. 25 total.
You are safe.
The way that you said that makes me think that was a DC 25, and that distresses me.
Mm-hmm. You were
You said
safe.
7 damage?
Took 7 damage total from the arrow.
Okay. Let me just that a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So,
Yep.
can
Druid.
you mark the 2 that are gone or like turn them sideways or something?
Yeah.
So that we don't try to attack them? Because there ain't nobody there to attack.
The ones that are now not facing you are gone. Alright,
Brilliant.
Druid's up. Druid is going to spend a bonus action to disengage.
Yeah.
I still get to hit him.
You can.
Yeah.
I get to hit him even if he
do.
disengages.
So go ahead and
Oh,
roll for
Sentinel, you so wacky.
29.
it. You hit him. He doesn't go anywhere.
Nice.
Nice.
Where are you going?
He also takes some damage.
Right.
Let's see, for the dagger, it's okay. He takes 21 damage.
Okay. When that happens, he sort of realizes that retreating is not going to be a good option. So you see him grab one of his allies and just sucks the vitality from him, killing him.
Christ.
Rude.
Wow.
He's then going to
Fucking-
spend a legendary action to
Necro
attack.
Druid looking ass bitch.
To attack. He's going to attack Tessa.
Yeah.
So, good news. Whenever a creature in your reach makes an attack against a target other than you, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that
Yeah.
creature then.
Did you have to use your reaction to hit
Nope.
him, or do you
No.
get to not burn your reaction for that with your feet? Oh,
Nope.
sick. Yes!
So go ahead and bop him, because he's definitely attacking Tessa. And he missed you very, very badly, Tessa. Although you see he's definitely cast some sort of modified shillelagh on this club he's using, and it's crackling with like natural magics. Yeah, you hit him.
Yes.
It's a 25.
Bullshit shillelagh.
Yeah.
He takes another 23 damage.
I love it.
Okay.
Ah.
That's his turn. Kiki, you're up.
Okay, so Kiki, she has to maintain concentration on her
Invisibility.
greater invisibility, but she is going to pull out her boomstick where she's got some spells like woven into it, and she is going to cast Vitriolic Sphere on this group here. It's 20-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
They have to make a dex saving throw or take some acid damage.
No, all of them got single digits on the dice.
Okay, so they take 20. Well, was not so great roll. They take 26 now,
Mhm.
and then they take another 5d4 at the end of their.
They're dead.
So that's her spell, and then she's going to do. She want to use up all her bombs. She's going to do a device, so she's not going to use her like pre-made one. She's just going to do she's going to do an explosive one. So it's still a dex save, but they'll have advantage on it.
That
she
group
kinda wants
is
to save it.
dead, Kiki.
Oh, they're dead with only that 26. Oh, okay, sorry.
It comes to Kiki's keen mind that the green ones don't seem to be very hardy. This may not be the A line here. This may
Got
be
it,
the
got it.
reserves.
They're sort of bulwark to kind of. Yeah, got it.
Mhm.
Okay. So she is going to.
Frankly, they're probably just there to soak up a couple of turns, keep us off the druid for, it's good action economy on his part.
Yeah, but
called
Kiki can
chaff.
just. She'll message. She'll
Yeah.
convey this that they go down really easily. She's like, she'll just kind of keep them.
Congratulations, you've been promoted to radar chaff.
So she'll move up just a bit, so she's about 20 feet away from this red cloaked dude, and she's going to fire her shotgun.
The
Her
one,
boom's sticky.
so the one in front of you,
It's
Kiki,
fine.
is not there.
Oh.
That's the one Nikki made. You know, this like
oh, I forgot it.
they'll be back, so you can. They'll be back
They'll be
eventually.
back. Soon you'll see.
Mm. Okay, she can't do another spell because of that. Alright, so she is going to use another... So she'll... I don't know. Flying over the water is the right way. Okay, so she can move up to here. She's still flying, about 20 feet up. And then that puts her in...
That puts her in bomb range.
So she's going to do... But she's going to do a lower... Like I said, she's going to use her... she's going to cobble together something because she wants to. Since they go down so easy, she wants to like wait and see. So she's going to do a contraption explosion versus like a pre-made bomb. So same thing, a deck save, but they have advantage. This group. Yeah.
Oh no. Even with advantage, nothing above a single digit.
Okay, they take 58.
And they're dead. They go bye-bye.
Okay.
And they're gone.
Like, the bomb
That's it.
flies over, and, like, it sort of... It's almost a dud, and they pick it up, like, what is this? They are all looking at it, and then it explodes in their faces.
It becomes visible.
Yeah.
That's it for PP.
That's
Even
a
for-
weird-looking bird.
Yeah. Even Thrax is like, wow, that was fucking stupid. Speaking of Thrax, Tessa, it's your turn.
So I know this is going to take an attack of opportunity, but I want to use my cone as my first attack, and it's a 15-footer, but I don't want to hit Allie. If I
Okay.
go here, can I get the druid and the rest of the
I need you to
dudes?
make a strength check since you're pushing through people. I'll let you... You're big and strong enough to do it. I just want to see...
How about oh, no, I rolled with advantage. Sorry, I was not supposed to roll with advantage. So it would have been an 18.
Yeah, you just push your way back. They will take attacks. A lot of them will take attacks of opportunity against you, including the druid.
The two who are within 10 feet of me, I think... Yep. The two who are within 10 feet of me, I still get to attack.
Okay, Tessa, that is 2 more crits.
Ah!
Ah!
3 misses, and a 21 versus your AC?
No.
Okay, so you definitely got crit twice.
The swift dismissive. No.
So actually, no,
Don't be silly.
the only one with it. Oh no, because oh no, because of the power of friendship and the fact that Tessa is within 30 feet of me, there are actually 3 that I can hit. The 2 that are within 5 feet of Tessa, which power of friendship on, and the one that's within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, make your attack rolls.
All right, that is a 23, a 26, and a 27.
All hit. Tessa, you're going to take 21 damage.
That is a 21, a 15, and a 22 damage.
Okay. They're all still up, but they don't look great.
Excellent.
So Tessa, you can use your cone now?
Yeah, so my bonus action is going to be to add a blinding smite for the next minute or so, and I'm going to use my first attack to use my cone, which is a burst, sunburst. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Are you getting the druid in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was attempting. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the guys in the druid in that.
Druid critically saved. Everyone else failed.
Ah.
Okay. So then he takes half damage. I'm gonna dump a level 3 smite into that. So
I'm going to
that's
preemptively delete those guys now because they're not going to survive this.
This is
The minions.
This is a 12d6 plus what is the divine smite? 4d8. That's going to be 70 damage. Each druid takes 35.
Yeah, so you wipe out all those little ones. It's just, Lally, you see this flash of light and they're just gone. And the druid's standing there,
All right, so I got 3 more attacks.
Casually step back up to the plate.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a 35.
That's a hit.
That's going to be 46 points of damage for the first
Right.
hit. Hit number 2. 26.
That's a hit.
He's gonna take another. I'll reroll that one. 52 points of damage.
Okay.
What am I on? Number 4?
3. You've
I'm on
done
number
2
3.
attacks up. Well, plus the sun is.
Yep, I'm gonna. Well, it's the sun and then 2 attacks, so I'm up to my last one.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna burn a point of critspiration
Okay.
because why not?
The time
So-
for it.
And I'm going to dump a level 5 smite into that.
Oh,
So that is going to be
gripes.
40 points of damage and a what is that? 5d8. So that's going to be
64.
80 plus 48.
130.
128.
128.
Yep.
Okay.
Fuck him.
It is Green's turn. This group moves towards the Druid, and he sucks them in.
Can he do that? It's not his turn.
They're doing it for him. It's
Yeah,
Bullshit.
they're
They're
sacrificing.
sacrificing.
Yeah, so
My sacrifice.
go ahead and Tessa and Allie, make me a Arcana or Nature check.
I'm gonna go for nature.
They're both shitty.
That is a 22 nature check for
Both
Allie.
garbage.
That is a 13 for
So,
Tessa.
Allie, looking at it, this is a thing you've seen in the Feywilds. The green people are spirits that he's just consuming and are somehow bound to him.
Allie does not like that very much.
No, he's a bad person, you know.
No. So Allie has strong personal feelings about that, given the complex origins of the kitsune.
Yep.
I mean, like, if they're consenting to it, I guess that's the thing they can do, but
You're not sure.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I guess they are coerced and not freely consenting.
So, Allie, good news. It's your turn.
Excellent. Okay. I continue to do the thing that Allie does, which is don't attack much on your turn, and instead be ready to attack things when it's not your turn, because that way you do a lot more damage, actually. In that vein, you guys hear kind of like, it's not like a storm's rolling in. You don't hear like, thunder actively rolling. But there's a little sense of a storm in the air, a little bit of ozone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. All of us, until the start of my next turn, deal an extra 3d8 damage.
Ooh.
And that's a point of petrichor, so we'll burn that. I'm going to finally summon my Shard Blade, and then I'm going to settle into my Tunnel Fighter stance once again.
Nikki.
Okay. Oh, neat. I want to. So, looking up at where the druid is kind of sandwiched between Tessa and Allie up there.
Currently.
And as he's been sucking the life force out of these spirits, as I've been watching that happen, have I gathered any information about specifically how he feels about necrotic damage?
He dealt a bunch of it to Thrax.
Uh-huh. Does he seem like he's still fully mortal, or is there some, like, is there any, like, undead nature to him, or anything like that, where he's, like, not quite
Make me an Arcana check.
hooked into the plane correctly anymore?
Mm.
A 32.
there's an odd, as you're looking at him, as you're kind of waiting for those archers to come back, because they're only gone for a little bit,
Yeah.
there is something behind him, which is a mirror.
The big mirror.
The big mirror. And it's, looking at him, his energies are weird.
Okay.
Like, it feels like the energies he's using don't all belong to him. Like,
Okay.
there is nothing he has done in the past that would exhibit his ability to kind of do that snap like that monk did. But also,
Right.
he seems like he's been... It's hard to tell from where you are, but something's wrong with him. Like, looking at him, like, he's not standing right. There's certain limbs which are a little twisted a bit. Something's wrong. Like, he's not... For a druid,
right.
he's not natural. Like, something's
That boy
happening.
ain't right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I spend like it's a bit bullshit for me to ask this because I can't do anything else with it, but like a bonus action's worth of time inspecting that mirror? I probably
go
won't
ahead
be able
and
to get
give me
very
an Arcana.
much.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
But even if I can just get like the tiniest fraction.
Oh yeah,
of
no.
information, I'll
Looking
still
at
be
it,
happy
it
at
is
34.
shockingly similar to the device that you and Kiki built.
Okay.
You should probably destroy that.
Only
Yeah,
Nikki
and
knows
I've-
that currently.
Slapchat.
Yeah. Well, I will slap chat it.
Okay.
I'll in the group chat, but directed toward Kiki, be like, Kiki, that mirror looks suspiciously like the thing that we were working on. Like, look at those sigils up on the top corner of it, right? And that's all I can get out during my turn, but that should be enough to at least alert everyone that it's fucking. For my action, I'm going to spend it to ready my action to cast Lightning Bolt. No, not that one. What's the fucking... Yeah, Lightning Bolt. Just straight this way, which will hit all three of those.
When the other
Given
two come
that
back.
my trigger is when those other two...
Okay. So in the meantime, Thrax is up. He's going to bamf himself and move to get up to where the fighting is happening. Put under the cover of some foliage if he's not just shot by arrows.
Good life choice, Thrax.
Red cloaks are up. These two pop back, Nikki, which means Lightning Bolt.
Bam!
I'm going to have them roll at disadvantage. They were like kind of sucked out of time for a little bit, and they don't know what's going on.
Not unreasonable.
Somewhere very far away, Idri is proud.
No.
DC 22? No, 23.
So one of the disadvantages crit, so he doesn't get that. They all fail.
Okay.
So roll the damage.
Ouch! Oh,
You have to add your extra 3d8.
Is that only on attacks, or because this is an AoE spell?
It's attack. We established that prior to this.
I was pretty sure that it
we?
wouldn't get this.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah, I
It's
think
attack.
we did the same thing last week.
I
wanted to do an
will write
attack,
that
but
into the text. I'd forgotten to do so.
I don't have very many actually useful actual attacks. I'm almost all like AoEs and stuff, and buffs. Anyways, 27 lightning damage.
They drop.
Hell yeah, they do. The one behind them as well. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, you got it. You just had to move your mouse.
Druid. All right, so the other ones are up. They take aim at. They're gonna aim at probably Tessa.
Bring it.
I was gonna say, as of right now, probably Tessa and Nikki have been the two flashiest attackers.
4 hours come in and just sort of harmlessly bonk off Tess as if they were Nerf darts.
Oh.
Pew.
Ping pong,
Plink,
ping
plink,
pong.
plink, plink.
Druid's up. Druid is kind of staring at you in the face, Tess, and smiles as he sees Thrax rise up. More bolts of necrotic. Thrax misses. Goes down.
Wait.
Hits the ground.
And I want to intercept that. So I'm not going to let him do that twice, because I have resistance to necrotic damage, so I'm going to intercept it.
What was Kiki saying first?
What is the druid roll? Is he casting a spell or what?
No,
does he
he's
have
using
to
an ability.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Sorry, go ahead, Tessa.
So she is going to use her ability, what is it? Shit, what is it called? Intervention by a friend. Your bonds of friendship are so strong that you're able to heroically intervene should you see a friend in dire need of help. Once per long rest, as a reaction, if a party member within your line of sight takes damage that would leave them unconscious or dead, you can choose to magically redirect the damage they would receive to yourself, leaving them unscathed.
Okay, you take 70 necrotic damage, which if
Which
you're
I have
resistant,
resistance
so it's
to.
35.
I have, which -5 is 30.
Yep.
Since he... Does this count as him making an attack against a target?
He's using an ability.
Okay. I can't hit him then.
He will spend a legendary action. He will look at Allie. Allie, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Don't forget the +5. And if he's attacking Allie, he has disadvantage.
He's
because
casting
I'm
a spell.
there. Oh.
So my +5... I rolled 35.
Okay.
Sorry, he's actually casting a spell, not just doing a
He's
spell.
casting a
ability.
spell. Yep.
I would like to counterspell that.
At what level?
Third.
Third?
I'm using my what is it, spell mastery counterspell?
Oh, your free one.
My free one, yeah. So
He's casting polymorph at Allie.
okay, I get to roll for it at least, but
Yeah, roll for it.
it's just a raw d20. Is that right?
No, it's you would need to hit a. Yeah, it's your int,
I think it's int.
and it's a
Okay.
14. No, 15
Yeah.
because polymorph is 5th level.
Right. +6. Yeah, it is with the spellcasting ability modifier. 19.
Countered.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yep.
Hey, I'm not a T-Rex.
No, you're not a T-Rex currently.
Well, also not a mouse.
He
Disappointment,
is
frankly.
going to. Yeah,
It was a pretty good save, honestly.
no, he's gonna sit there. Yeah, no, this will work. I would, though. At this point, I would like Tessa and Allie to make me Arcana checks, please. As Kiki, it is your turn.
Okay. Kiki is going to.
9.
Crit fail.
Nope, nothing wrong up there.
Nope. Everything looks totally
Everything's
normal.
fine.
I'm a little busy at the moment to notice.
I need a point of inspiration on that, actually. Non-natural 20.
Okay. That mirror is open. There's a very weird graying shape coming in from the other side.
Okay.
It's Lorge.
Don't like that.
That's what you see. But it's Kiki's turn.
Okay, how high up in the air is Thrax, or is he on the ground?
He's on the ground currently. He landed to basically start kind of get his feet so he can take some shots. It's harder to shoot
great.
in the air than it is on the ground.
Okay, so Kiki is going to move 30 feet this way. I just want to make sure that whatever she did, like, he was not in, like, range, basically, of what she's trying to do. And then I know that he probably has high wisdom, but Kiki's going to try her crossbow thing for her first attack. And do that, so she's going to aim at him and go cube 31.
That would hit.
Okay, so he has to make a wisdom save. He'll take a little.
28.
Okay, Kiki's going to give him her 11 roll for the save.
He will
Yeah.
use a legendary resistance to save from stun. Because
Yes.
I know what you're doing.
Okay.
That's
Well, at
so
least he
good.
had him. All right,
Make
and then
it.
he's going to take like some baby damage then from the.
If this is an attack, is this an attack? Because you had to roll for it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Add
the
your
3d8.
3d8.
Okay. So I'm going to roll this thing. Now, how do legendary? What is it? He had a legendary. what's
He
the-
automatically saves it.
And could he do more than one turn?
He-
I mean, I know.
So he has a
can,
certain
until he
number
runs
of
out.
them, yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, though, they do tend to top out at 3. Unless
okay,
I
so he
fucked
takes
with it.
27 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what she's just going to do? She's going to do the same thing again, because she can only do the Azranok wicker stick stun thing twice, but it's like it's worth it on him. So she's going to do the same thing. A 36 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, same kind of save?
Critical.
Oh, he critically saved. Ah!
Shit, I forgot he should have been blinded. Fuck.
Oh.
No.
Well, now we know.
So, Allie, does it the 3d8 only on the first attack, right?
Nope, it is 3d8 on all of your attacks.
Okay, great. Then he takes 9.
Wait, you didn't roll that right.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
You forgot a plus. It's technically possible for you to have only gotten 9, but it's very difficult.
Yeah. So he takes, what did I do there? 56 damage total.
Okay.
And oh, wait a second. She wants to use her second. Sorry. She wants to use her second divination and give him 12. So so he wouldn't.
So he wouldn't make it then. No, he can't use it twice in one turn. Nope, he's good. So he is stunned for how many rounds, Kiki?
That is for. That's a great question. We've done this before, right?
I think it's a D4.
Oh, I think it's a D4. Yeah, I think so. 2 rounds.
2 rounds starting now. Okay.
Excellent.
Tessa, he is stunned.
Okay, that means I get advantage. So I will roll to hit him twice. 34.
That's a hit.
So he's going to take 41 points damage.
Okay.
Attack number 2. It's going to be 41 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Attack number 3. 27.
Okay.
Reroll that one. 49 points of damage.
Got it.
And number 4.
22 will hit.
37 is the, well, it's not quite. I haven't crit yet. God damn it. 46, and he needs to make 4 Constitution saving throws or be blinded. I don't know if he can do that while stunned.
No, he's gonna take well, here's the thing, Tessa, so you see the form as you're just laying in there with your blade, he drops. But you see green energy, natural energy, soak into the mirror.
So is his body dead?
Yeah, no, there's a corpse in front of you.
Can I annihilate his soul?
Yes, you can.
Do we think there's any negative repercussions of that, gang?
I'm more concerned about breaking that mirror currently.
Well, I don't want him to come back. Like, currently we have a corpse here, but if I destroy his soul, he can't get resurrected. So, I'm just gonna do that.
You're asking the only person close enough to ask is absolutely no help at telling you whether this is a good idea or not.
None of you are actually good.
I don't do divinity and I don't do magic.
So you do it, but Tessa, as you carve and try to destroy his soul, something's wrong. You can't. It's not there in the same way.
So is this, I think, like a construct? Like, this isn't actually the Druid.
No, this is him, but like his soul is
elsewhere.
No, it's just not there. It moved off, but it's just not there like it should be. As if it's not acting in accordance with the soul cycle.
That's not... Is it... Like, can I sense anything around me with the empathy? Like, is there just his soul floating around anywhere near Allie or I?
It's... When you killed him, it's just... Make me a religion check. Let's see if you can.
Religion check. 23.
Yeah, it's there. You can feel it. In this, like, very intense... You're very infused with whole, like, radiant power at the moment. But it's there, it's dissipating. You didn't do that, though. It's just leaving.
That's
as if
really
it's crumbling.
weird. That's really weird, and I don't like it. I do
Mhm.
slap chat this to the rest of the gang. That this is really fucking weird.
Okay,
And-
and Alex turns. She has a thing she can answer you with.
Yeah. Do we break that fucking mirror?
Well, I don't know if you have any more actions left.
I could action surge.
Didn't you do that?
No, Allie did.
Allie did. It's up to you.
Oof. I have a feeling that probably something bad is going to
Want
happen.
your action surge for more?
Yeah, I might want my action surge for
perhaps?
round 2.
Yep. There are no more green. Allie, it's your turn.
Okay. Allie's going to quickly Snapchat back. That basically, that's what Plain said would happen if he was killed on the other side of the rift in reality. So that druid might not be from our reality.
Oh, shit. That means there's another one.
Allie's gonna theorize that the mirror's a rift. She doesn't entirely know if it's a rift. There's something creepy and dark moving in the back of it, and she thinks that's bad, so...
It's getting closer.
Do I think I can destroy the mirror?
Oh, I mean, you think you can.
Kiki
With-
says on her turn she'll
Sorry,
try to-
with a wisdom score... Like, my wisdom is 24. Do I think I can destroy the mirror?
Do you think it's a good idea? That's the question. Is that what your wisdom is?
So, I mean, you can break it. You don't know if that will destroy it, but you can shatter it.
We might need it to send somebody back through later. Alright, Allie's going to... Allie's going to burn 4 key points. For 1d6
And
rounds, I
stun
can
the
reroll
mirror.
any missed attacks or failed saving throws.
Cool.
6 rounds, great.
Cool.
And then I'm going to, because that's my bonus action, I'm going to hold my action until something comes out of the mirror. And then I'm going to hit it when it does.
Cool. Nikki, you're up.
Okay.
Shove some chaos magic through it, Nikki.
I think I was told that I was fired if I did that again. So just to be clear, this is an ex-druid. He's pining for the
Yeah,
Yes.
he's dead.
Forest.
He's gone.
Okay. Are these archers over here still?
Yeah, they're still
looking
alive.
Archy.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
they're alive.
that's silly of them.
Yep.
We can fix that, by God.
They don't seem phased that the druid has died.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're aware that there's gonna be things, and
This was Nega Druid.
Either that or they're not, paid enough to actually give a shit about the fact that they're druids.
little from column A, little from column B. You never know. I gotta check how close these guys. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Right on this tree here,
Mm-hmm. In between
which
them.
you can't actually see right there.
Mhm.
It's at most 20 feet from all of them. I'm going to cast me a little bit of Gravity Sinkhole, which is a 20-foot radius sphere. So I need con saving throws from a lot of them. DC's 23.
Nope. Not a 1.
Okay.
Saving throws are not on my side tonight.
It's 22 force damage for the lot of them.
They are very banged up, but they remain alive.
Oh, they're also all slurped into this tree.
Thirsty tree.
You know.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Oh,
Yes.
no, never mind. You have to make it at ground level to hit the ones who are 20 feet away, so they don't take any fall damage when it
Okay.
expires.
Thrax is up next. Thrax is going to fly over the water, because that seems like a good idea. Now that all those nice men are bunched together, arrow comes out, barrage, poof. They're all clapped together right now. They're just in a big puddle. Yeah.
They're all like, it's like somebody with the, extreme force just took them and like, like the gif, like take like the two guys and just like bonk their
Yeah.
heads into each other, like that, but to all of them.
So Thrax deals enough damage to kill all 4 of them, because they're in a
Nice.
very tight group. Alright. Red Cloaks are dead.
Druid is dead.
Druid is seemingly dead.
One of the druids or something.
So, at this point, the image becomes larger, and now enough for probably, since Tessa, you're straightforward, you see a giant twisted ent grab the sides of the mirror with both of its hands, but there's something odd, because there's pistons built into its arms.
That's sick.
It has been infused with, like, mechanical parts, and it's coming for you. Like, it's...
Didn't we have to deal with this before? When Nikki got kidnapped at one time, there was like the mechanical arms.
The war.
It was a Warforged. Okay, I'm getting them confused.
No, this looks very like steampunky, and it's you can see its fingers are on the other side of the mirror, and it looks like it's trying to come through.
So it's like doing one of these where it's like its fingies are coming out of the mirror.
It's coming out of the mirror's mind vagina.
It hasn't actually come out yet, though?
It is in the process. It's quite large, and the mirror is not that big.
Okay.
But Kiki, it's your turn, and from where you're flying, you can certainly see that.
Okay, so Kiki's going to use her movement to get in 30 feet closer, so now she's within 30 feet, like 25 feet of the mirror. She wants to see if I don't know if she's going to do our Arcana check first, but she wants to try to use her Tinkerer Hex function to remove an enchantment from the mirror, basically to shut it down. So the way it's worded, I don't know how you want to handle this, Scoot, because I know it's also
Make me a tinkering roll.
Tinkering roll. So that is good because she has double proficiency in tools. So that'd be her D20 plus intelligence plus double proficiency, right? Because of her tools, or wait, I guess
Just
she's not
one
using
proficiency,
tools.
yeah.
Okay. No, but I mean she has double proficiency in tinkering, is what I'm saying. But
You're doing a hex from range right now. If you were up next to it, screwing with it, I would say yeah, but you're trying to hex this thing broken.
okay, so plus intelligence plus
Proficiency.
So that's 6 plus 8. 31.
Yeah, so you throw your hex at it, and it starts to break, but it looks like whoever made this was prepared for something like this. There's a contingency. So the mirror starts to... You can tell it's breaking a little bit, but you're going to have to hit it a couple more times.
Okay, she conveys that through the slap jets, that like she can chisel away at it, but people should be ready for anything.
Anything else?
I'm literally holding my action to be ready for whatever comes through.
This was an action. It's not an attack, so that's all she can do. Yeah.
Okay. Tessa.
Is there any part of that ent that's through the mirror?
No, it looks like it's widening it, and like the mirror is bending. It should not be doing that, but it is bending for it to come through.
I want to try to hit the mirror with an attack, but I want to put a divine smite in it to give it like radiant damage, just to see if it makes any difference.
Yeah, go ahead.
So 37 against the mirror. Yeah. 44. I'm just going to use a very minor divine smite, just one of my first level ones, because I want to see what'll happen. It's an extra 11 points of
Dex
radiant
save,
damage.
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is a 22 enough?
That is enough as it reflects all the damage back at you, but you managed to only take half of it.
Bah. So that's what, 26, so 21. Alright guys, don't hit the mirror if you don't want it. So she's gonna hold her, she's gonna take a step back and hold her other 3 actions, or her other 3 attacks for whatever comes through.
Okay. Allie.
I'm gonna carry on holding my action for whatever comes through. I don't get to use 2 actions when it actually happens, right?
No, you just lost that first one.
There wasn't anything useful I could have done with it anyway. Other than like, let's see.
Carry on my way,
Bonus action, tunnel fighter, action, hold. Or thing coming through.
Nikki.
Okay. There are no immediate threats, and that confuses me.
That's confusing to me.
She
Not gonna
was
try to
unprepared for
scale
this.
this cliff.
I mean, I'm gonna, but what I'm actually gonna do is pop my. Where's the bitch? I'm gonna pop my. I thought I had a free fly, but I don't. I'll pop a normal fly, I guess. On me, and just go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. My speed or my 35 these days? I'm 40.
Are you
Oh.
flying above the water?
I am flying above the water. Meow. But is this rock here one that I think I could stand on as I'm kind of coming in? Okay, I will instead hover my way over next to Kiki.
Okay.
That seems good.
Are you doing anything?
Let me check my salts. No, I'm out of things. Action for fly, and then my movement, and then I don't have a bonus action.
Okay, Thrax is going to attempt to do something.
Oh boy.
Well, he does little portals.
Okay. You see him Tessa concentrating, and the portal seems to be... He's messing with it. It's shutting down a little bit, so you think it added another like success to what Kiki has already done. Okay, so now...
Oh no.
Here we go.
About roughly... Hang on.
Ah! It's big.
A large man. So about half of this end bursts through. So it looks like a Star Fox boss. So like the arms are out and they're sweeping, but its middle is still inside the mirror. Like
Great,
it's
I get to hit
in
it.
between. Yep. So go ahead and
Get
hit
to
it.
hit it.
Would you like to hit first, or shall I?
You can have the honors. You can go first.
Okay.
So gentlewomanly.
Oh no, you first. I insist.
33 and a 29.
They both hit.
Okay, do I have advantage?
Um.
We're kind of flanking. I'm
We are
standing to the
flanking.
side.
Yeah. Why not?
Great. Alright.
Yeah,
I didn't
no
really do
crits.
any better, but that's fine. I went crit fishing regardless. Alright. Is this a construct, Scoot?
No. It's
Okay.
it's an end.
He said he has mechanical parts. I had
He
to
does,
ask.
but he's not entirely mechanical.
Just the cyborg end.
Alright. Well then, let's do... He takes 48 damage, and I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
35.
Okay, he is not stunned. But I get to do a bonus attack of Flurry of Blows because, you know, I hit him once. That... 31, non-natural 20, and 28.
All of them hit.
Okay. He takes 6 more damage, and I'm going to need at least one more Constitution saving throw, and possibly more than that.
So he does technically fail one, but when you do the stunning strike, nothing happens.
Okay.
Because you're hitting wood.
It was worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
He's alive. He can be stunned. Anyway, I don't provoke any opportunity attacks from him for the rest of the turn. That's not terribly helpful, but it doesn't happen. Alright, Tessa's turn to smack him.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to smack him pretty good. So I also had advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do.
32.
Good thing I have that. 32. I'm going to do Blinding Smite, 49 damage, and I'm going to pop a regular Divine Smite onto that. Because now he has a Smoldering Brand on him, so he has disadvantage on all attacks and saving throws against me. And he needs to roll con saving throw for Blinded.
29.
Okay, he saves it this time. But how about attack number 2? He's gonna take another 45 points of damage. Number
31.
3. That saves. At 25?
Hits.
Okay, he's gonna take another 49 points of damage.
30.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's real good at
one
con.
more.
He's super good at it.
Tough.
You hit.
I've been rolling like shit tonight. Blinding Smite and a
30.
3rd level. So he takes 44 plus 26 damage from that Divine Smite.
Kiki.
Alright, so Kiki's going to do another tinkering check. She's going to add a moment of geniality, which gives her a d10 to, like, saves, ability checks, and attacks. And if I don't like the result, even though it's 22, I'm going to use a point of critspiration for that.
Yeah.
You hit it again, and it becomes more unstable as you and Thrax begin to sort of work in tandem.
Right. Okay. Then she's like, "Did you hit him again, Thrax?"
Okay. Tessa, it is now your turn.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep wailing on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'll... Yes, there's a crit.
There's a crit.
Okay.
Ah!
So I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do the Blinding Smite with a level 5 Divine Smite. So that's gonna be 46 plus... times 2 times... or plus 68. So double 46 and double 27. Hit number 2. Oh, con saving throw.
25.
It still saves. Hit number 2.
Yep.
Blinding Smite for another 47 points of damage. I'm gonna dump another level 2 Divine Smite, so he gets another 12. I'm just burning all the slots. Why not?
Right.
Okay. He critically failed this save.
Oh, so he is blinded now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hit him again. This is 3rd. 3rd. 33.
Yep.
So I'm gonna re-roll that one. It's rolling very slow for me. 52 points
It's rolling a lot of dice.
that, and then adding another smite on that. That's another 7. That off. All right, one more. Crit. Oh yeah.
Eat it.
So we're gonna dump that's 90 points plus. I'm gonna dump another smite into there, another d8. So that's an extra 20. So that's 110 for that particular one. All right. Just did a shitload of damage. So he is blinded. He's got a smoldering brand on right now, so he has disadvantage on anything against me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Allie.
Alright. I would like to smack him a bit.
Okay.
Well, I've got a bunch of these just sitting here. I'm going to burn 1 point of critspiration for my first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do... Math. I will do 38 damage on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I got their attack. This one I'll just not critspiration it. I still get advantage. I get a 33.
Mm-hmm.
He takes 28 damage. I'm going to... You know, I really feel like a giant, like, tree creature isn't going to be terribly fond if I, like, I don't know, summon a firefox or some shit.
I'm on fire.
Can I have the fox run around the edge of the mirror?
Yeah. You can put it wherever you want.
I don't know that I want it to touch the mirror. That feels like a dumb idea, magically speaking.
But with Allie, I feel like it's a dumb idea, magically speaking.
Well, considering that Tessa had literally just told her, don't hit the mirror with magical things that will reflect them at you, Yes, Allie would think it's a dumb idea. Allie's not quite that much of a dumb bitch.
Can you have the fox just like sit on its head and slowly burn?
I mean, technically I'm basically casting Wall of Fire. So, I guess I'll cast it right in front of, but not, but it'll still affect the mirror if I do that. Allie's just gonna bonus action Tunnel Fighter stance.
Okay.
That's probably smarter.
Nikki.
Okay, so I've been informed that the mirror is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's-
And you love bullshit.
It is in fact bullshit.
This is my area of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to fly a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, and I will be going back over land before my turn is over. But first, looking at the mirror from here, can I glean anything about its workings or see any way to make it do less of that?
That's breaking. You think with an Arcana... Make an Arcana check. Let's see what you know.
But first, please tell me that Nikki sings, "Who's that pretty girl in that mirror there?" What
Mirror where?
No, I did not. I did not roll a 4. That's preposterous.
Unacceptable.
I'm gonna inspiration that one.
Okay.
That's
a 1.
That's worse. Okay. Fuck you, dice gods. I can just keep chaining inspiration until I run out, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Technically, no, but we do that here.
Well, I meant like here. I will accept a 34.
Okay.
It's
Looking
still
at
not great, but I'll accept.
Yeah, so looking at it, it's breaking. This is very new to you. So there's probably one of 2 ways to do this.
I did make one of these last week.
You did. So it's working, so you either need to... Well, you made one that wasn't supposed to work, but did.
Right.
So it's not exactly the same. So
Yeah,
you either
fair.
need to overload it with power, or cut all the power off, which would mean finding out what's doing, like what is powering this thing. And you are the only one that knows this.
No.
For the listeners, I'm waggling my eyebrows suggestively as soon as he said overload it with power, and Kate is frantically mouthing no.
What would Nikki do?
Did somebody say
No,
chaos magic?
Because obviously, like, you'd have to find the source of it, which might be on the other side of the mirror, to be honest.
Ooh,
Or you
don't wanna
can
go there.
overload it from this side.
Ooh, don't want to do that.
And, like, with Kiki and Thrax working on it, like, trying to fuck with it and breaking it, overloading is going to be is the easier of the 2 options as far as Nikki thinks.
So the only thing that's giving me even the slightest fragment of pause is the last time that I took that route, the fucking architect had to solve my problem.
There is that.
Meeting the architect does something to a gal, you know?
So you don't have to shove raw chaos magic in it. You can direct other types of magic at it.
There are other ways to overload things.
There's lots of
besides
different
raw
types
chaos
of magic.
Portal.
You don't need to
Chaos,
put
arcane.
you don't need to put a TNT stick into an outlet, but you can, but you
You
shouldn't.
can put a fork in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Nikki is smart enough to discern that, given that magic is her whole fucking thing. So I will hit it with some. This ant is also hittable, right?
Yeah.
He's through
You've
enough.
watched
Okay.
Tessa just try to chop it in half with her sword, but she's making
Good.
some progress, but like he's a big lad.
I'm using it like an axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to chop it off, but I'm making very slow
I think
progress.
Fire or lightning? I've seen trees at the estate get screwed
Hit
up
by
by
lightning?
lightning.
Yeah, no, it's not
and
good.
it's a nice big spell, so I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chain lightning the portal.
Oh,
You know what happens to a portal that gets hit by lightning?
You
It
get
never
hit
gets
by
Same
lightning.
thing that
again.
happens to everything else.
No.
Yes, I would
So
like
you're
to cast chain lightning at the portal.
Okay, you hit it, you cast, you let the spell go,
Uh-huh.
and it accelerates the portal.
Ooh.
Kiki just does one of her patented slow turns to you, which you can't see because she's still invisible. How many rounds has it been, Scoop?
Okay,
You're still under invisibility. It's been
Okay.
4 rounds.
Four
Yeah.
rounds.
Oh my God, it's only been 4. You can't see, but you have this feeling that Kiki is giving you this.
Deb, please Deb and
I-
Kate, please roll me d20s.
Just
Straight
straight to 20s.
D20s, yep.
While they're rolling, I would like to slap
7.
chat excitedly. We can definitely overload that from this side. This should help.
13.
You see, so you hear this crackling lightning come, it hits, and the device begins glowing a lot more than it was. From Allie, from where you are, there is now too much power in the structure on this side. Tessa, from what you see, other beings the other side have noticed that something is wrong.
Womp womp.
There.
Okay, we need to take this out fast.
Tessa, make me a perception check, because you're at the mirror and looking directly into it.
18.
There is a very large Minotaur man making his way towards the portal.
No.
Alongside of him is a small red tiefling and a reddish gold dragonborn.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Nope. Break that shit now.
Break it.
The Ent is within 30 feet of the target, so
Sure is.
it forks to him, right? So I need a dex saving throw from the Ent also.
Oh no, the Ent just takes it.
Oh, okay.
The Ent is basically... The Ent and the machine are one at this point, because he's just
Got
in
it.
Is he like halfway out?
Yes, he's halfway out.
Like
He's like a
crawling
Dark
out?
Souls boss, he's just there.
Okay, so 41 lightning damage, which is
It's like some
something.
Attack
So
on Titan
Thrax
shit.
will continue to break it and just try to fuck up the portal, although it's harder now, actually.
Did the bolts fork off at all from what Allie and Tessa can see on the other side?
Yeah, no, just...
Okay, so up to 2 more targets, because the Ent's one of them, get hit by that.
You can't see where that's going.
I can't see anything, but have fun with those numbers, Scoot.
Yeah.
Great.
But basically,
I fly back to land, my turn is
you're
done.
basically to give you a reference, you've overclocked this PC it has no coolant system though. You're going to melt it. It's just, when is that going to happen before those other angry people come and maybe deal with you?
Yeah, I will say that. It's going to blow if we can pump more magic into it. It can't sustain that level of juice.
Okay, Ent is up. You see the Ent take one hand and shove it into the ground.
No.
It takes a moment, and it takes its other arm and goes directly at Tessa. Seems to know exactly where Tessa is.
Even though he's blinded?
Tremor sense.
Well, I'm flying, though.
Oh, you're in the air. Are you in the
I'm
air?
in the air.
Oh.
Then it's going to go to Allie, who is on the ground, because it would
Yes,
not
it
be able
would
to
know
see
where I am.
Tessa.
It's also as disadvantage because I'm within.
So it will
5
still
feet.
have disadvantage.
Yep.
Allie does a... Wow. Oh, dip. Does a 25 hit you?
No.
Does a 27?
Yes.
Okay. Strength save, please.
I'm really glad that I got to say no to at least one of those.
+5.
Though.
Don't forget your +5.
Okay. Strength saving throw. I get to add a +5. If I fail, it's 22. Do I fail?
Yes.
I get to re-roll it because I have 1d6 rounds of getting to re-roll. And I'm going to spend a point of critspiration on this because I don't think Allie is going to strength save against an Ent otherwise.
No. So it's going to be better for you. So you initially take... You take 30 damage, and it slams you, and you rocket to the other side of the water. You don't go into the water, and you don't go as far as you would have, because you catch yourself in the air and land.
So a couple things are going to happen. So here's the thing. Oh no, he doesn't get double disadvantage. Is not a thing, is it?
Mm-mm.
Darn it.
It's just always flat.
As when I'm holding Stormlight, any attack that cause me to move or not move against my will has disadvantage, but there's already a disadvantage.
But you were saving against a huge thing crashing into you.
No.
Yeah.
That's what the purpose of the shard plate is. Alright, so I get to reduce my damage by Wisdom plus Proficiency, which is 15, so it's 15 damage that I take.
Yep, and you're just prone, just as you roll over there.
As a reaction, I'm gonna need it to make a dex saving throw.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yep.
It's stuck in the it can't. It's stuck in the ground in a portal. Like it's not going anywhere.
Take 16 fire damage.
Okay.
This ant is on fire.
Kiki.
All right, so given what Nikki's been saying through Slapchat, and given that she's all about magical devices, does she think what she's been doing is the most effective thing to shut down this mirror, what she and Thrax have been doing, or does she think
How to
like...
put this? So Kiki thinks if you were going to do this safely, yes.
Yes.
However, now that, like, as this thing
There's
moves,
other shit.
you can, like, Tess is telling you this needs to go down now. Your method will shut it down safely. Not quickly, though.
Okay. So she's going to, believe in Tessa, what Tessa said. So she's going to take one of her pre-made bombs. She's also going to quickly jam it with one of the batteries that she got from the Storm Spire episodes many, many times ago. All I have that you told me is that it supercharges
Yes, it does.
items.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So I don't know what that means practically, but I will roll the attack roll for the bomb.
Oh no,
at the mirror.
you're gonna hit it. It's a
Oh.
stationary mirror. Like, you're skilled enough to
No,
lob it.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is the damage. Sorry, I
Roll the damage.
Okay, so it's 59 for the first one, plus whatever you want to add for Storm
Mhm.
Energy Battery.
It's in my
and then
head. I
she's-
got it.
Okay, and then she's going to do a second bomb, her last pre-made bomb, which is 56, with also a battery. She's
Nice.
going to jam.
So
So-
you toss these things slow-mo. They
Yeah.
conk off the mirror, and then you see like an EMP wave go as it knocks Allie, like, you're getting up, and this wave knocks you on your butt again because you were not seeing that coming. Thrax is also on his butt, and you see the mirror at that point with that damage just sort of and then shatter.
Yeah.
The portal stops, which cuts the end in half,
Oh.
and it
Sweet.
drops. And then, as it's now dying, you do see entrails inside the end as the form shifts down into the druid's top half.
I get one hit in
that
before it
piece
dies,
of
so I
shit.
can I kill his soul?
Sure, I mean, you can do that now if you want. You can just poof.
Yeah, let's just for shits and giggles. 28 hit him.
Yeah, he's a corpse on the ground. So
Okay.
spoof.
Yeah, I'm gonna annihilate him with a capital A.
Yeah, so the mirror falls. It just shatters into pieces. All of you sit there quietly for a moment as, again, this being transforms back, and you can see this druid is even more gnarled and twisted than the other guy. Like, the first guy didn't look good. Nikki didn't look right. This one looks real fucked up.
Nice.
There's parts of him that are made with Vorpal. And, like, not... He looks like a cyborg gone wrong. Like in a
That
horror
does not
movie.
make a healthy druid.
No. And you see that all that's left is this husk of what was once Fey and metal. And looking at it, like, Allie, if you probably spent the most time in the wilds, if he put, like, there's what you would be able to, Kiki would know as cold steel, which is specifically steel that Fey hate. Like, it hurts them. And that's in his rig. That's in his rig, Kiki. Like, that must have caused him a great deal of harm.
I'm gonna kick his body for good measure. Fucker.
You killed my man in round one. Fuck you.
Like, no, he kidnapped him, almost killed him once, hurt
Yeah.
Bosco, killed him again, almost killed him a second time.
Well, that's why we got to kill him twice.
Yeah, fuck this
Both
guy.
versions of him.
Yep, and the field goes quiet as you have this moment and you have this half corpse. And on the other side must be his, like, legs and such.
Yeah. They'll have
I
fun
don't know
with
about you guys, but I'm really sick of these portals.
I'm a little worried about the fact that he'd managed to make one.
Does that mean other people are going to be able to make these? Because I have a feeling the answer is yes.
I'm rather concerned that ours worked, honestly. It wasn't supposed to, so, like, if we were able to do it, we're just a bunch of admittedly very talented fuck-ups in a lab.
Kiki drops invisibility and gives you a look.
Come on, you guys are at least PhDs.
She doesn't say anything. She just gives you a look like, speak for yourself.
Fair.
But she is a little bit like, she'll actually ask Thrax, because he knows Portal's like, what the fuck? Because she's like, always this easy? Like, Portal's a day? Portal's a week? Like, so
No, that was very difficult to do. And he's, like, still holding himself, because he, like, the adrenaline's coming down, and he's just, like, very sore out, because he died very quickly.
Yeah.
Ripped back to life.
Go pumps the rest of my lay on hands into him, so that's another 50 points.
He feels better.
I was saving that for an emergency.
If he's not topped off, Allie could fix that.
So, no, this is very hard to do, and that stuff isn't from here. There are components there that are not on this world. I don't know if they're from here, he says.
Iki wants to basically investigate the druid's body just to see if there's any, like, clues or half clues, if you will. Just like, is there anything about, like, that?
Oh, yeah, no, so on his... There's one weird thing, and that's on his chest is the tattoo you guys... Like, the symbol you've seen before, but the eye looks like someone scratched it open.
That's fucky.
Because Segretti's symbol is a closed eye of Ioun, but it looks like someone did a new one on him, and it looks Alitessa recent. Like, it just healed over.
Can I do a religion check?
Sure.
Did we find the worlds where Segretti won?
18.
It stands to reason that if that other place is another world, then some of the gods here exist over there as well.
So there's another Segretti.
Potentially. There's also another Ioun.
Right, and Ioun over there might be aligned with Segretti over here.
Or not. You're not entirely sure how the other place works.
But the Ent was the druid from this plane. He was just hanging out in the other world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the other druid was hanging out in our world.
It seems to be the case, but you didn't really talk to him a whole bunch. You just sort of bum rushed him. Yeah.
Kiki's
He was
like,
attacking
maybe,
you, yeah.
Kiki's like, maybe they had an exchange program.
It's a very dangerous exchange program.
Yes, indeed.
I mean,
You're risking your soul, literally.
if what the warlord says is right, which is that the kind of what's over in that particular reality is the inverse of what's here, it's possible that the druid over there was in fact good and was forced or coerced or something.
And as you're talking about this, you hear a voice ring out, "Nah, he was an asshole."
Planes.
Your
fair
plane
dues.
walks up.
Alright, well I feel a little better at least then.
No, and he sort of comes in as you see you see a female Minotaur, similar size to him, kind of walks up with this great big staff, and she and some other associates begin gathering up the pieces of this machine and basically boxing it to make sure that no one's going to go ahead and do anything with this. And he goes, "No, from what we've gathered from some of my newer associates, the other place is not great, but there is resistance there. There are some gods that we would consider good and are powerful here have been deposed, if you will, but they fight on to try to make the world less shitty. And I would assume," he looks at him, "I don't know if the Ioun over there likes Segretti either."
I suppose that's good, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki's like, nobody likes Segretti.
No. Sometimes a bitch is a bitch no matter where she's from. But you all dealt her a very significant blow, so I don't think we'll be hearing from her for some time.
At least for another, 5 years. 5 to 6.
Probably. That's very
6,
specific,
probably.
Tessa.
I don't know how I know that.
No. So now, there's always struggle in the world. But for now, you folks have won some peace. Let's get you home, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the last of that group of like the road?
Yeah, they're all
the Mom,
gone.
the Druid? That's what I thought. I figured he was the last one.
They're all dead.
For now, the last one for now. There's always going to be something.
The antithesis crew. No, what did you
There
call
will
them?
also always be
Anathema.
That's it, Anathema gang.
So Plains opens a rift and sends you folks home.
As we're about to step through the rift, Allie's gonna look over and notice that Nikki has taken at least a little bit of damage, and you'll get a trickle of stormlight, and that'll be all cleared up. Oh, and I couldn't let him ruin your pretty face.
So gaffers, that only leaves the epilogues.
Bad.
Goodness.
Sad.
So who would like to start us off?
Well, I did our first intro thing today, so I suppose I'll do our first epilogue. So, excuse me. This will overlap a little bit with probably some of the stuff that, everyone else is going to overlap. It's all going to hook together. At some point, Briza sets up a scholar in residence program in the Free Peaks, which Nikki is sort of the founding scholar of, if you will, where it's a research program. It's a sort of retreat with the library. Gathering research from mages across the world as part of the Friendship. What's the word that I'm looking for? Knowledge sharing policy? I don't know.
Not knowledge share, I guess.
I guess, yeah. So Nikki is sort of like a integral part of getting that set up and is very active in it for quite some time. As time passes, she retreats to the further into the mountains to set up her keep. As she gets more powerful, her pull on the weave around her starts to become problematic to be in a place with people, specifically other powerful mages. You get like funky resonance and stuff around someone who's doing as unstructured magic as Nikki is. In one particularly notable incident where she's doing a demonstration with Kiki, she blows off her arm. It's her fault, not Kiki's, to be clear.
No, I know, but it's very...
And certainly it's easy to, regrow that sort of thing, especially with high-level clerics and such. But she actually chooses to leave it off and sort of creates a sort of chaotic extension of a mage hand to replace that arm from like the kind of the bicep down.
Nice.
And so she has that. She retreats to the mountains, and people don't hear from her for quite some time. The occasional visit or message, but as with many high-level mages, where it's a problem to be around other people, so you kind of end up doing a sort of reclusive study life. Scoot, do you want me to go into the further details that you and I talked about? Yeah? Okay. At some point, somebody visits her, or she visits the temple again, and she's actually turned all of her limbs into that sort of like thin shell around controlled chaos magic. It's much more versatile. She has, longer reach. She can reach the tall things on cabinets now. She seems pretty upbeat about it, all things considered, but it's undeniably concerning. And then at some point, and the rest of the epilogue people probably won't know this, but the warrior contacts her. As she is certainly not to the Archlich's level, but trending in that direction, and she hasn't destroyed her own essence yet, and she's been fucking with some very deep magic for a very long time at this point. And so she gets recruited to sort of be on the warrior's side in the long struggle against the Archlich's slow but largely unstoppable gain of power as things continue to, die.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'd love to see a picture of Nikki with like these limbs and stuff because it sounds amazing and disturbing.
Yeah, she can kind of like glamour herself for the rare occasions when she does need to be like in the town or like goes to Fran's temple for a diplomatic thing, because she is kind of in her own right, relatively solitary but still meaningful world power. So she can definitely glamour it up, but it's as time goes on, like there's less and less of her that's like actually human.
Well, I could go next. So once things quiet down, Kiki tells the gaffers that she's not going to be available for away missions for some time. She's more than happy to help with defense, of the temple, the estate, the surrounding area, but otherwise she's going to be staying local. And if the gaffers ask her why, she'll just sort of be like a vague and allude to something like an experiment. And then after a year goes by, she proudly leads the team to the temple, where Tess has been noticing Kiki's been spending more and more time. So Kiki has cast the Private Sanctum spell every day at 5th level for a year, and it now becomes permanent in the temple. So it's centered on the conclave table, and it has this, which I'll post the spell in the chat. But basically, all the, people can't scry in, they can't listen in past the barrier. So all these nations coming together to talk and stuff, they can have real frank conversations without, fuckery from other places happening. So it's kind of her gift to the temple. Tessa knows that Kiki's not particularly religious, but she's really about the mission of the temple and what it's doing. And then she says it's a bit of a parting gift, and she and her parents are going to go back to Tranquil Valley, where Kiki was born. So they go back there very quietly, and if there are any remaining elements from when Kiki's parents were, in debt and were forced to abandon her, they are taken care of, shall we say, between the combined abilities of her mother as an assassin, her father as a master poisoner, and, well, Kiki. So they settle down there, and Kiki starts doing outreach to like the Kinku community now that the curse is broken and stuff, and she starts like assisting people. She starts developing, interestingly enough, Nikki, she starts developing prosthetics for beings who've lost a wing or somehow otherwise lost the ability to fly, because she really feels this like empathy for it. And then it starts to like, she helps people with missing feet or other limbs, and so she ends up creating the Foundation for Flight and Mobility, or FAM. And so people who have been in conflict or just accidents, it doesn't matter what, it could be they were born a certain way and they need some assistance. This is really what she does. So she focuses her tinkering on people just being able to like fly and move and get around and things like that. And then once Kiki starts getting into middle age, she starts getting kind of middle age for Kenku, mind you. So, we're talking about like late 20s or early 30s. She gets a little restless, and she kind of makes sure the Foundation can run itself, and then she goes off in search of a way to get to Mechanus, the realm of machines, because she wants to kind of learn more than she's ever learned before, and people aren't sure if she's made it or not. Not really sure. But once every so often, the gaffers will find a little wind-up toy left for them wherever they reside. Just once in a blue moon, a little toy for them. And that's Kiki's story.
Oh, Kiki. Tessa's very grateful for that spell. And she would be very sad to see you go. And Nikki,
Like,
actually.
Yeah, once I
like
saw that
slowly
spell-
fading out.
Yeah.
Now, once I saw that spell, I was like, oh god, that'd be perfect for the temple and for the conclave.
I can go next. So Allie does actually stay in the Free Peaks for quite some time with Em and Bendo. They do get married. Everyone is invited. It manages to happen before, everybody has kind of left and scattered a little bit. So all y'all are there. Allie does not have a maid of honor. She instead has a man of honor, and it's her brother. Actually, no, she has a man of honor, and it's Finn. That's even better. Finn is absolutely determined to fight anybody who says that, they object. About 2 years later, so during the kind of next 2 years or so, Allie's continuing to run Sheer. She stays on as the commander there. She continues to expand it. Eventually, there are kind of Sheer headquarters set up in 6 major cities around Ryam, making it a lot easier to dispatch people appropriately and as needed. She also still stays close to the temple and does like a little bit of poking around with the artifacts, because, she was naturally curious anyway, and the rogue left her with a little bit more curiosity. There's a possibility she bumps into him a time or two again, but that's entirely up to Scoot. 2 years later, Allie and Bendo have their first kids, twins. There's some help from Alora in the process, or there's some help from Neri, her aunt, in the process, because turns out you can't combine genetic material from 3 people without a little bit of magical assistance from, the high priestess of a goddess of fertility. So 2 years into the future, they have Aurora and Aster, and then 2 years after that, Arcus and Sierra are born. It is at this point that Segretti makes a bit of a reappearance, and does a little bit of fucking around with those 2 particular kids. It's mostly managed and kind of ameliorated, courtesy in large part, once again, to Neri. And Allie and her family stay in the Free Peaks for quite some time, until about 10 years later, when there is an incident during the younger twins' first kind of werewolf change during puberty. The details of this being left intentionally vague, mostly because we haven't figured out exactly what the incident is yet. But it's enough that Allie and Kem and Bendo actually end up relocating to closer to Bendo's family, being that, the Von Lycans will know a lot more about managing kind of weird werewolfy things, even if it's weird werewolfy augmented by possible meddling with a goddess of secrets. So in the end, they will end up closer to Thunderblade. A little bit south. That's Scooter. Are they Ventos or Thunderblade? I'm mind blanking.
Thunderblade.
All right. Yep, they end up a bit south of Thunderblade, so certainly still very accessible for people to visit. And it's not as though they don't go back to WtR often, but they don't really come back to the Free Peaks after that. Allie kind of takes over the Sheer office that's in Thunderblade instead, and lets one of her lieutenants take over the one that's in the Free Peak.
That just leaves me. So, Tessa is now fully paragoned, which means that she is technically both a tiefling and a celestial. So because of this, she is actually immortal. She doesn't need to sleep, though she does. And she's pretty much going to stick around until she decides to head over to Celestia. So kind of like the same thing that her Aunt Neri is doing. She's going to remain in the Free Peaks. I think she's probably the only one that's going to stay there pretty much throughout her entire life, because she's going to be running this conclave, which is going to continue to just keep growing and growing as more nations and more people join. So more parts of the temple are going to unlock, and more on that later. Right after the battle, she is going to ugly cry and yell at Thrax a little bit for taking all that damage and dying on her. But a few months later, she's going to have her first kid, Lyra, and then they are going to have 3 more children after that, Orion, Sagitta, and Leo, over the course of a few years. Fran's going to give her a couple extra perks and stuff. All of her descendants are going to receive a free Fran sweater that offers cold resistance. as they
Aw.
go. There is going to be a new lodge in the Free Peaks area run by Kuma. So that's going to have like a big indoor pool and that. And then the final thing, which I am going to post in maps in general, is a brand new portal that just opened up in the temple leading to... Just gotta... This is called the Fran Fair. So this is a Renaissance Fair map that I have designed based on the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. So it's going to have food. It's going to have, you can play with like daggers and axes. There's jousts. There's gardens. You can learn how to do a craft. And in the very center, there's a big statue of Fran Sheep in the middle. So this is now open to everybody in Ryam, and this basically goes straight to the plane of friendship, into this little like fair area. And Tessa will be in charge of that and just making sure everything looks good. But there's costume rentals. There are like all sorts. There's theaters. There's shows. There's magic shows, both like fake magic and also real magic shows. All sorts of stuff. So, and then probably a long time from now, she'll decide that she's had enough of the mortal realm and then head over to Celestia with Thrax.
A fitting end for fitting people. So, from all of us here at Ryam, folks, thank you for coming to Ryam, and we'll see you for the next adventure.